And thank you for joining us for another episode of Vine Panther Presents. Today we shall be looking at the This Is Us inspired episode of Reasonable Doubt as we talk about season 3, episode 7, and Mama Lou, I guess, ain't gonna make it. So let's see how that works out. It's a very emotional episode as we explore more of Jax's trauma. But let's get to it. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video, comment on the video, watch the video till the end. Make sure you comment and all that. And let's bring in Kim in and let's get to it. Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is gonna be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Alrighty, we have definitely taken a break from the Ozzy case to get more to the Stewart family, as we said, or Jackson's family. Actually, Stewart is Lewis's name. So anyway, Kim, what did you think of the very emotional episode?
Oh man, I cried. I really love this episode. I thought it was sad. It was really sad, and I like that they showed us a deeper look at the trauma that this woman, who we look at like, as a strong woman, right? Jax has got it. Everybody looks at her that way, but she really doesn't have it. Like, she's got a lot of trauma that every day she goes through. And then also too, if you really pay attention to her cases and things like that, this is why certain things affect her the way that they do, right? Because in some instance, maybe she she was sexually molested by her stepdad, right? And then we're going through that with this case, right? Where she sees this young man was sexually molested, even though he was 13, and I believe she was in her teens when it happened to her. Still, it doesn't matter when it happened. It was still, someone is molesting you. That's going to get to Jax, right? Personally, right? So I thought that it was so well done. The music was very appropriate, which we know sometimes it's not, right? But it was so, when they did Always and Forever, David, the tears just poured, because I was like, when you get a divorce, right? As a divorced person, it doesn't mean you don't love each other. It just means that you could not make it work as a married couple, right? But you can become friends. You can always come together for your kids. And that is what happened in this instance. She's their only kid, but they came together for their kid. And I thought that was phenomenal. So yes, I cried. I cried a lot. I thought it was a great episode. And so, yeah, let's continue.
Okay. Marcus agrees. I'm glad they pivoted the court drama in this episode.
Yeah.
They seem to do, this is more of a family drama than it is a legal drama. So I'm glad they were like, almost a trial could be in the background for this. To go with your positive, Jax is very emotional. Mommy, just please, come stay with me. Like, I'm trying to keep you alive. Was a beautiful moment. It did remind me of This Is Us, when Randall met his dad and it's like he's dying of cancer and he's like, you're gonna be here. Like, I'm gonna it's very intense. We found out that Eddie was the religious type and brought Mama Lou to Jesus. Yes, I would have liked. Hold up. So positives, Jax is acknowledging of I don't want my mom to go was great. Like, and like you said, the Beyonce song where they're like kind of like slow motion running down the thing, and you're thinking, oh, she gonna be gone, but we know she dies later. We're assuming she's the one that they find in the room. That's what we're led to believe. You are muted.
She's in the daughter's room. So yeah, put 2 and 2 together, right? Because remember, we all kept saying she's in the daughter's room, right? So I thought it would be the dad, maybe overdose, right? Or something like that. Spencer brought home some drugs. No, it's gonna be that mom is in Spencer's room as Jackson invited her.
Yeah.
And she's gonna pass. And this happens with any surgery. Like we all know, you can pass from any kind of surgery, but cancer surgery at the age that she's at, which they didn't really tell us, but I'm thinking maybe late 60s, right? Very dangerous, right? And then she has hypertension. That right there can seal your fate, you know.
Yeah.
A massive stroke you can have on the table, heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so I'm definitely sure that that's what's going to happen. Yeah.
We got Jax got her addictive and persuasive personality from Eddie. Great episode. I rock with Eddie, no pun intended. For the record, he was on I did. So the emotional piece was good, and I saw the family moment, and I would have so I would have felt better if we got happier flashbacks of this family, because since like season 1, she hasn't really been big on her mother. It's been a very consistent message of, you failed to protect me from Paul, right? That was very consistent. It was now, you're annoying, you know what I'm saying? And then it turns into, you're running your mouth to, to Eddie. You ruined my relationship with my father. That was another thing. And it's like, now all of a sudden, and again, in the flashbacks, it's daddy's yelling at his daughter. Daddy is showing her how to do cocaine. Daddy is on heroin, overdosing the kid. Like, just trauma on top of trauma. Like, what I saw is why Jax can't have a healthy relationship with a man, because she's never had one.
Absolutely.
And that needs to be addressed. Like, when they go to counseling, I want to see that addressed, to be like, my daddy was a drug addict, you know what I'm saying? My stepfather was a molester, and I ended up with a husband who put me out, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
but I think it can be addressed in therapy, but I think that what she needs is to go to therapy on her own and then incorporate it into her marriage. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, she has to start to open up about the trauma she lived through on her own. She's got to get to a point on her own where she can discuss it.
Yes.
Then say to her husband, this is why these things happen with us. Then you bring it into the marriage counseling. And I'm hoping that, maybe we do see that in like coming seasons where they do it. Don't know if it's going to happen, but I just know for this right here,
it was.
We saw.
I just wanted something happy, Kim. I just want, like, she's never had a happy anything.
It wasn't happy though. Not everybody has a happy childhood.
But I'm saying, if you're this on your mom,
but her love for her dad, that's her happy place. When she was a little girl, when you saw, she did not see anything wrong with her dad. Every time her mom was like, Eddie, stop, or Eddie, or something like that, Jax was like, this is my dad. She's clinging to her dad, no matter what was happening.
All right.
I'm serious. I mean, if you really pay attention, she is a daddy's girl. She really is.
I get it. I mean, so so we didn't need Paul. Like, we needed more of Eddie. Like, we needed Eddie coming in and out of her life. Like, to your point, like, daddy's going to be right this time, but he goes away, like that kind of thing, right? So we can see this relationship build. Like, if they knew, maybe Denzel's Washington's wife was like, hey, I want to be with my husband, we're going to retire. But like, if this was the plan, like they're going to try and knock her out, like at some point, like, we needed more good moments with this family. It just seems rushed that all of a sudden she's like, oh shit, that's right. And then they're straining to find scenes of happiness between those two. When she was like, oh, mom, like, you were here, like, oh, mom, right? And it's like, it's only through the trauma of her being like, after I'm yelling at her, because I'm like, we got to move, like, we got to go. Like, daddy is no longer something I can put up with, right?
Mm-hmm.
As much as she held her mom responsible for, not saving her with Paul, to your point, she sees the good in her dad, so she don't blame her for being like, why didn't you take me away when I tried to snort candy? Like, why didn't you take me away when he's banging at the door and this is trauma? Like, why didn't you protect me from dad? But it's like, maybe because she's like you said, she didn't see it. Like, even the guitar pick, I'm like, that's a good story thing. But this is our first time. I've never seen her pull that out. Like, this is the first time I've seen it.
No, I never paid attention to it. No.
So I'm like, these are things
I've
that
seen
you
that
write.
box before, but I've never seen the guitar.
The part, right? And she's like, but every time I had a bad moment, I pulled out the pic. Like, you need to write that into the thing so we can be like, oh, we're with her on this journey, as opposed to they're trying to shove this in right now. So we got a more of a family moment when
It
she leaves.
might be maybe like you said, rushed writing. Maybe something happened that we don't know about as an audience. Maybe something's happening with Pauletta that we don't know. Maybe she wanted to end abruptly. You know what I mean? Like we don't know. But I feel
Yeah.
like in saying just that, I think they did a pretty damn good job, even if it's rushed. Even if
No,
it's
it's
rushed.
great. It was like, I mean, like again, Randall met his dad late in life,
Yeah,
and with
yeah, he
a
did.
week, maybe a season, like they built that,
They
like
did.
I
Yeah,
love you, I'll do whatever it takes just to keep you for that little bit. So when he goes, like you're heartbroken with him, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
you can see that, right? And I was like, so and like that was cool. Anyway, I think the secret that Eddie is hit. Yeah, well, Lori Harvey needs to hurry up. You know what I'm saying? We don't got a couple more episodes. So maybe that is the other secret.
Yeah,
Maybe that is
that's the other secret for sure. And I know that I feel like the mom knows that secret, right?
Mhm.
Because it probably happened when he was on the road, right? He's,
Okay, all
she
right,
kicked him out,
all right.
right? Of course, because
Yeah.
he's a drug addict. She has every right to get rid of him. And then he goes on the road, and then he probably makes a baby with someone. And of course, Lou is gonna know because I think that there may be, and this is just my own mind filling in the blanks, right? That maybe there were times when Lou came home and saw Jax when he wasn't high, right? And just tried to interact with her. But because he's on the road, he's not able to come and see her as much as he should as a dad, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that Lou knew about it. And, she didn't tell Jax because guess what? It's not her business to tell. Her father should tell her about a baby sister,
Other
right?
thing. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
you. So maybe who is better, mother, Mama Lou or Joyce Thomas? Mama Lou, I mean, Joyce was like, I mean, the way she was presented in season 1 was more like she was like she hated, Rock and all them, but let's put those two together. That also was rushed. That all of a sudden in the last season of like Power Book 3, they're like, this mama's important and she loved her kids and her kid loved her, and then they killed her. And I'm like, I don't know this mama. So I'm like, I don't really give a damn. We need to hurry. We need to get this thing moving and get back to drug dealing.
But
So,
I
but they
think,
did
but also they're two different moms. Like, but at the end of the day, they did. I believe they both did what they needed to do in order to raise the children that they had.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're just not perfect, right? We do some things wrong, we do some things right. And guess what? We mix it all together and we hope and we pray that we make good humans, right?
Yeah.
And I
And
think
that's
that's
parenting. And that's
yeah,
parenting. Not to be
it's
good parents,
parenting.
but like just I guess what I'm saying, like writing, putting them in the characters' lives. So when they go, you miss it. Like it's not hard to
Yeah.
get that montage of good moments because like you
Right,
see them
right.
together. That's what I'm saying. And like and
Well, they didn't have that many. If you really think about it, how much did they really show this mom? It was not a lot
that's
over the
what,
last couple of seasons.
but that's my point. And then the few times that they
Yeah.
did, again, she was very much like hands off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I got other things to do. You know, and again, really because of Paul. Really, as I took it, it wasn't her personally.
I think
it was
the animosity between her mom and her has very little to do with the dad and more to do with Paul and the fact that she did not protect her. That's who you go to for protection. Is your mom or dad, and she let her down. So yeah, there's friction there, and there should be friction there, and she should be mad at her. But also at the end of the day, you have to forgive her. You have to. If you're gonna be in her life, forgive her because she's not perfect.
And that would be a good conversation. Like again, with 3 more, let's say max 3 more episodes left.
Yeah.
We get there. We get her saying, "Look, Mom, like Randall, you can come live with me. I just met you yesterday, but you can come live with me and let's work this out." And she gets the point where she's like, I always felt you chose a man over me. Like knowing Dad was on cocaine, you still stayed with this man. You need to explain that to me. And then with Paul, I tried to tell you what was going on. And then she always said you always need a man. Like you've never been by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So and then they can kind of work that out before, before she goes.
Doesn't that go to the mom's psyche? Does that maybe go to her trauma? Like trauma,
it's all
right?
it's all connected. Like I would much rather see those two in therapy instead of Lewis. Like mom, like if like I would have seen mom and daughter be like, hey, we need to get this right, you know, and then so she could do better for Naima to be like, I want to be a better mom to her, you know, type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe Naima feels like mom always chooses her the work. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing. Like she's never there because she's always working. And that'd be an interesting conversation if Naima helps her because then Spencer magically showed up. She's definitely a mom, daddy's girl. Joyce Thomas was a trash mother. Again, I think a Rush character, and they were trying to make her relevant at the end. But hey, hold up. Are we gonna get a similar? I doubt it though, because Jack seemed like distraught. Are we gonna get a similar, like she had a DNR, right? So are we gonna get a similar where she's like, I don't want to live like they definitely sped up time because Autumn is pregnant as
very
fuck.
pregnant, yeah.
And I'm like, so are we gonna get like where she's like, I'm tired and I don't want to do this anymore? And maybe Eddie puts her out of misery, you know, so that kind of thing, and then she has to deal with that, or is it gonna be like a natural death? Like, because if she made it through surgery, then they're gonna be like, how did she just up and die at my house?
She makes it home, right? But you gotta know, like surgery nowadays is not surgery like when I was young, like 80s, 70s, 80s, whatever. It was not the same thing. Like they try to get you out of the hospital within like 3 days, right? They just want you out because honestly, it is a better thing to do is to have someone leave because of infection, right? In fact, staph infections are rampant in the hospital. So the sooner they can get you out of there, the better, right? But sometimes that doesn't work out for every patient. Sometimes they went home too soon, right? And when you have other underlining things going on, it's very dangerous when you go home. Someone needs to be there round the clock to take care of you. And that may not be what Jax is able to do
right now.
She should be able to hire a nurse though.
So I'm saying, are we gonna again only 3 episodes? She might want to get back to this trial thing, but to be like, you know, how much time can she put into being there for a month? Again, is she supposedly suddenly just die or something, or is it's coming? Like we thought we got it all, you know, we couldn't, and it's inevitable, right? So it's more like, you know, can you just be with her and make her comfortable and that sort of thing, right? And it'd be interesting to see how they work it out. Imagine if Bill Sterling finds out that Daniel is involved with Christine and tells Steve and Vince this information. Bill, so I like the fact that Tommy actually stood up for Jax in this episode. It was like
great. Yeah,
I was like, so maybe they're trying to lay the foundation that he could come back for season 4 because like they're actually friends. So I'm hoping. But I thought that it was cool. Again, as we talked about, there's no way they can sell this company without an equity partner not knowing about it. And the fact that no one else, again, it's just all writing. It's all writing. But I just think it would affirm that big, I guess, that no one has heard shit, that Jax doesn't know there's a bigger firm even looking at them, because right now she has the big profile case. So these new lawyers, whoever they are, they should be like, is Jax the example of what kind of litigation capability you're bringing to the table? Like how many criminal lawyers do they have on the books? Right, like none of this is addressed. To be like, if she wins, that's a feather in their cap when they try to sell the firm. So I like the telephone game of like Bill confiding in Sally. Like he said, he just assumed that she would tell her friends. Then Sally calling Mama Lou. Then Mama Lou like then talking, and she's like, then Sally running her mouth, and she's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "How the fuck do you know this?" "Oh, I'm fucking Bill." What?
And so Bill in trouble for that, right? Like,
right? He's like, "Hey, I love that Sally kind of took the hit, and then Chanel just walking up into people's rooms and shit. I'm like, look here, girl. Like, I don't know you like.
But some people are like that. I would knock on the door and say, "Can I come in?" You know, something like that. But no, Chanel. And then okay, so I'm not shaming her, but what the hell does she have on? I was like, look,
I was saying the same thing.
As a mom of a certain age, okay, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to wear these things. If what's the baby's name, Naomi, or the Jackson's daughter?
Oh, Naomi, the daughter. Yeah.
If Naomi can wear it, I shouldn't wear it. My sister had to learn. My sister actually taught me something like that. I mean, I didn't have that issue, but my sister has a teenage daughter, right? At the time, she was a teenager, and they could wear the same size, you know, all that, right? But then she started going to the store and she was liking certain things. And then my niece was liking those same things. And my sister was like, I'm a woman of a certain age. I can't be walking around in what my daughter has on, right?
I get you.
What was I was like, wait a minute. Okay, maybe she went to the club with the girls, right? Okay. Okay.
Well, I would say what's appropriate for a baby shower. I mean, forget like that. Like it's
Not
this
that
is like
top. Not that top.
I'm like this is a family like mixed family age, you know, a baby shower. Then you dress for the club, and that should have been the
She
first
was
part of that
dressed for the club.
conversation.
I'm sorry. She was dressed
She
for
was dressed for the
ladies'
club.
night, stripper night. You know, let's go see the strippers.
So,
that's what she was dressed
That's
for.
what she was doing. I was very confused like what she was wearing. But again, they're showing you how they've changed the friendship dynamic between those two. Because season 1, like she was a laughing stock of those friends, and she would have told Sally first and foremost about the mom. But now they're trying to flip it around a little bit. I feel like Bill, she should have brought Bill as her guest, and I think that would have been a better way to be like, what the fuck, like that sort of thing. Because it's like he's more than just a fuck buddy. Like this may actually be something if they were trying to go that route. But as we brought up last week, who are these lesbian lovers? We did meet Kendall, Autumn's stud lesbian wife. She was very hard. I was like,
a lesbian and stud. I think it's applied when you say stud.
I'm just saying it wasn't like Lena Waithe level, but I was like, it was. I appreciate the attention to detail though. Like they were like, she's the film that you got to have that manly looking one, and they did that. So I appreciate that they weren't like trying to be like two girly ones.
Looking one.
And I was like, that's not how that works. Like one of them looks like a dude, like so. I appreciate the attention to detail. That being said, they missed the opportunity to bring Crystal and her wife. So that would have made more sense. And since, like I said, we never met her, like this would have been a good opportunity to be like, hey, again, lesbian couple having a baby. Hey, maybe they're trying.
She's a work friend. She's not really a personal friend. So I don't know if Crystal would be there.
I feel like they're pretty, but I mean, to your point, I mean, Daniel was there, but I think more of a women thing. She would probably anyone from the firm, it probably would have been her invited. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if they were invited, if she invited them, yeah. But if you like, Crystal doesn't know. Amber, what's her name? I'm sorry, the pregnant lady.
Autumn.
She doesn't know Autumn, so I don't.
But she knows. I don't know, but she knows that anyway. I thought again, since I don't know where we're gonna see Crystal. You know what I'm saying? And she did confront Daniel about the relationship with Kristen. And again, not really going anywhere. So I don't know where we're gonna go with that. Kids gravitate to the toxic parent. It happens a lot.
Absolutely. That I totally agree with. I've lived that, and it is the most annoying thing in the world. But there is a madness about it. But then you have to kind of go past it and be like, you know what? They don't know the things you know, right? They know some of what you know. So that is the other parent. You just sometimes have to pump the brakes on your feelings and just allow them to do that. Yeah.
And I think they're seeking that approval. Like, especially when it's like it's an opposite sex thing, like daughter's trying to get daddy's approval, and it's like, what can I do to make daddy love me? Like that type of thing, no matter how screwed up daddy is, or even son, it's like, mom, like, can she ever love me? And it's like no matter how screwed up mama is, they try to make that work, and that kind of thing. Yes. But again, something they could have teased out a little bit more. Anyway, Jack smoking. So I feel like I grew up with an 80s parent who smoked like a train. There was no, I'm sorry, let me blow it out the house. That's not the 80s. That's not the 80s or the 90s. I submit. Like they were hoping not blowing it in your face. Like that's.
I had to go buy the cigarettes, okay, and I was a child. I'm like 5 and 6 years old. I got the note. I'm going around the corner to the bodega, and I'm getting the daggone, cigarettes.
So. That's not historically accurate. I mean, her mom be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, whoa, wait a minute. I'm staying with a crackhead. I can deal with that, but you can't see me smoke these cigarettes. But daddy, every once in a while, and then she gives her a cocaine covered guitar pick. It was like,
well, she did. Daddy, she did wash it off. She washed it.
I was like, but I love that Eddie fessed up to it. I love that Eddie was like, I didn't do that. Like your mom did
because
that.
Remember, Eddie is trying to be a different person, and he does. And so that him admitting that to her, that has to be huge for him, right? Because he's a liar. drug addicts are just liars, right?
Yeah.
They become liars. And
Yeah.
him telling his truth, even the scene when he was Jax was upset and they were in the backyard and she couldn't get into the mom's house.
Yes,
And he was sitting there and he was just kind of strumming his guitar. And the conversation that they had, I thought was a very adult conversation, because Eddie is trying to explain to her, your mom is not doing anything against you. She is being your mom. She's like handling the fact that I may pass away, right? Your mom may pass away is big enough. And you have a case and you have your own family. Yeah. I'm just your dad. And she called me and said, basically, I need you to be here for this. And she asked me, of all people, the one person who let her down the most in the world, she knew the love was still there enough where he would come and be there for her, right? And I think that was I thought that conversation was beautiful, and it was an adult conversation. No one was yelling, screaming, or really just being nasty. I mean, Jax, she said her points. Like, her points are valid.
She was not happy. She was not pleased.
But she wasn't pleased, but her point was valid. But also Eddie's point was valid also, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But and I'm glad that she did get mad at the end and kind of slam around, but it was still an adult conversation. It wasn't out of control.
I would, with the fact that they wanted, I'm like, what message are you trying to give us? Like, you show Eddie trying to, stand in the gap, try to be there for, for Lou, trying to be there for Jax to the extent that he can, but you keep on showing this flashback and when he was just like a complete like asshole, right? With the drug, like I wanted. They
want you to see the contrast.
Just let's keep it in the present, so I can see him for this guy, or give me the moment where he sits down with Lou and he's like, "Hey, but I'm sorry for all that bullshit." You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry. Like, I should have been better, and I'm here for you now. Like that's sort of like acknowledge it. Like, be like, I'm sorry, and whatever. And like, it would have been nice to see that conversation. To be like, you're staying with Jax. You're staying with Jax, right? Yeah. I'm gonna be there. Babe, like, I'm gonna be there this time with you through this, right? Like, he's the one who's by our side when Jax has to go to court and Lewis is working, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna take off to be there for you, and I'll be there with you in the end, and that sort of thing. So and a happy moment. Like, give me the church scene. Like, give me like him, and give me the wedding or something. Like, give me a time.
I personally thought their happy scene was when Jax is on one side of the gurney and the dad is on the other side, and they're both holding her hand, and that is love. And then they both let her go at the same time. David, it's about to happen now. I was like, and the song Always and Forever. Yeah. I don't know about your generation, but my generation, that was the song. Okay. It was the song for lovers, right?
It's funny you bring up generations. Because when I heard that song, it was Martin Lawrence singing it in House Party.
Oh, okay.
That's what triggers to me when he's like, always and forever. He's like, Dragon Breath.
Me being in the Bronx at the roller skating rink and everybody doing the slow dance as soon as that came on, and you're going backwards.
Yeah.
And you do it. That's what it brought for me. And then if you ever went to like a house party or whatever, that's what comes on, and everybody is like, okay, it's time to slow dance. Let's get the grinding, right? That's what it was for me. So
hold on. Hold on. I forgot something.
Okay.
Get this right. Stick it. There you go. So I'll say there you go. Fabulous. So yeah, I was definitely like, wait a minute. In the timeline, Eddie was out of Lou and Jack's life for just 8 years. I feel like, so I felt like it was longer, but if that's how it was, then they could have worked that out. Christine having Alex killed was very sinister. I don't know about having Alex killed. We still don't know how that worked out. She went to go check. If someone shot Wendy, they could have shot Alex. Like, having him jumped or whatever. It seems kind of like a half-ass effort,
wasn't he? I thought it was a car.
See, I thought he got his ass whooped. That's what I thought. But like, the point is, we're guessing about how he got all these injuries, right?
Yeah.
And then, kiss my ass, there's only one hospital in fucking Los Angeles, and Daniel is running the entire building. Looking for this
weird,
girl.
Wasn't it? I was like, what is happening right? So the first place I would have went is the emergency room, right? And then continue. But I think, wasn't he following where the
It doesn't
the
go
cell phone was,
upstairs. I mean, it does. It goes to a building at best.
and that's it, right? Yeah.
They
Okay.
want you to believe that. And then he saw his boss with her
Okay.
mama and was
Yeah.
like, I could be right back. I'm just going to keep on walking and be
Yeah.
like, eventually, I'm just going to see this woman walking through the street. And then he
Right.
snuck into the ICU and was like, oh, this ain't looking good. Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, kill this dude. If this dude's about to snitch, you would think Ozzy or sister or parents are gonna
Yeah.
be like, just put a bullet in this drug dealer
Absolutely.
and be done with it.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't understand the whole beating up thing. I think Bill telling Sally that Mama Lou having cancer. Well, again, I understand his perspective of that's your best friend. So if I
Yeah.
know, you should know. Like, and why didn't she tell her closest friend? I mean, like,
But I mean, I would say in Jack's defense, right? This woman is going through a lot of emotion. Like it is all coming down on top of her, and at that moment, she's only thinking about her kids and her mama. She's not really like, oh, let me tell other people. It's really hard for her to even wrap her head around the fact that her mom may die, right?
but these are ladies that as soon they
Understandably, but she
fall on
needs a
each other.
moment. She needs a moment. She
I
just
respect-
found out. You gotta have a moment to like. She had to tell her kids. That was a lot.
Yeah, so she had time, and she's planning a baby shower, so
Well,
she's
and yeah,
had some
and
time.
also with the baby shower, do you want to tell your best friends that your mama is dying and nobody have fun at the baby shower?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. A week goes on, you would have called. She, I mean, as much as they call each other almost every. If she was like, we needed a conversation. I want a conversation. Where she's
I
like,
think it should have been one friend, and it was
Chanel.
Chantel,
Yeah,
that
Chantel.
one friend, and she was pushed to tell her. But one friend, if she would have called one friend and told her, that would have been fine. But no, I'm not telling
Autumn
Amber. I'm Autumn. I'm so why I keep calling her Amber? Autumn. And I wouldn't have told any. It's a lot, David. It's a lot. And
Sally's family, like she's a cousin, so like that's what it is. That's why she
okay.
should have been first, because that's her cousin. If I'm,
True.
which is why she put the house up for sale.
True.
Why is him having another child such a big deal? It's not like he stopped mingling with women. So I don't know why they're stretching this thing out. I mean, maybe they need more stuff. I figured
I think it has to do with what you said, David. I think it's season 2. I think that girl is it's gonna be about her.
It's gonna roll over season 4 until the next season. So I mean, all right. I mean, I'm just saying they pitched her name like she was gonna be in it, and again, we're definitely on the latter end of this season. I figure Ozzy's sister was shady when Jack said she was hiding something to Daniel. So I definitely do believe that she knows what happened to Wendy, and she's definitely using her sex or her relationship with Daniel to shade him to what's going on.
Right.
And he's like, I can still get draws and put her in jail if I have to. And I guess is his perspective. But Hollywood, bruh. Arm sling, the one box when you get fired, and now face recognition. Like that's how everything, like just put the phone up to the face and magically it opens up. Babbling Bolly, we did that one. I wonder if Jack's experimented with drugs while in college. So that would be also something that could have been dressed out. That to your point of like the molestation, right? Like when it happened to Ozzy, she took it personally, right? Like we dressed with that. His habitual drug use should also be something where she's like, stop it. Like, like this, like I don't do weed because weed leads to other things. Like for someone who grew up with a drug addict of various types, you would think that she would be like, I don't do any of that stuff because I know where it can go. It's a slippery slope, right? So it's very interesting that she's so okay with weed, but then somehow she's like, cigarettes is the black tar that will kill you. I don't get that. Joyce Thomas would not let rock like Mama Lou let Paul touch Jax. We don't know. I hear no parent. You would think no parent would, reasonable parent would do that anyway. But we didn't know Joyce that much. She did let her bone Omar Epps apparently as a grown ass man.
Yes.
So so think about that.
Yeah.
She may develop a blood clot or something. We see Jax going into the room and trying to revive someone. So I so we got I just hope it's not sudden. And again, I hope they kind of resolve, they acknowledge some of these traumas and try to make this thing work. And just try to cover it up like everything's okay now, because it's not. So is Daniel using Ozzy's sister for evidence, or does he really care for her? I think he's just using her. Again, I feel like it's a little bit of both. Like, she's a beautiful woman, and again, draws are nice, but he still has an eye to be a detective, even though he's made no effort whatsoever to find any other viable suspect in this murder case whatsoever. Like, also, real quick, no plea deal. Kim, every legitimate law show that ever deals with murder cases, there's always that take 10 to 15, right? Take 10 to 15 manslaughter. We don't have to go to trial if we don't have. That is basic shit. Like, I'm like, come on, what happened to the plea deal? We finally see, Autumn Evans' love interest, Kendall, in this episode. Yes. Hopefully we get Dr. Wilder's. Who is Dr. Wilder's? Who is this doctor? DeMarcus, do you know? Please, do you know who this doctor is? I'm way behind these comments, but does anybody know who this doctor is? Because I'm like, why are we just hearing about random witnesses that I've never heard about? Stop what? We gotta do something.
Oh, isn't that Ozzy's doctor? The one that
the one giving him drugs. That one.
Yeah, him.
What is he? What is this defense? What is this defense? What is he gonna say? Like he's too fragile to have killed his girlfriend? What? Like Lewis is a similar personality to Mama Lou. In what sense are they similar? Also, that's another thing. She's always picking men over Jax. She picked Lewis over Jax. Like, she was like Lewis is so great. It's like, Mama, like, what about me? Like, darn it. Like, I always felt, I believe that Laura Harvey, Edwards, sugar. You keep on saying that. I'm like, he ain't got no sugar. Like, I mean, like, he lives in a hotel. Like, he's probably like hanging out in Mama Lou's place. I don't know how much money he actually got, that he got some kind of side sugar baby. I don't
think that's it. I don't. I think it's. You know what? Actually, the mother said something. I got to think about it. The mother was saying something about, oh my gosh, I got to think about it, David. But it had to do with having another child. She said it about Eddie. She said something about, oh my God, it's right there. I got to watch it.
Okay, when it comes to
like the mom was trying to say that she wouldn't know if he had another child, but for right now, you're the only child. It was kind of like the gist of that. And she was talking to Jess, and to Jax. So I gotta remember that.
Okay.
But I remember it. Anybody else remember that? Like the mom said that in this episode.
In this episode.
About that. Yeah.
Oh. I never trusted the sister since she gave it up to Daniel to stop him from asking questions. I mean, again, maybe she just overwhelmed with his masculinity, and she's like, I just got to give it the draws. I was like, no,
she's just attracted. I mean, Daniel is not ugly. He is a little bit effeminate. Like, he is kind of feminine, but at the same time, he just seems to be. This is the problem, okay, with women. When we have a good guy, we always have to tear down something about them, right? He's too feminine. He's too nice. I need him to be a little bit mean. He needs to be a little bit tougher. It's like, just accept the man for being the man that he is. If he's respectful to you, he loves you, he takes care of you, he's there for you. Does it actually matter? Unless he's sleeping with other men. Let this man be who he is and stop, right?
So we do have red lines, apparently. It's true. We barely got Kendall. Crystal is not friends with Autumn. You're right. Kendall barely got like 2 sentences, but she was there. I'm just trying to give credit where credit's due. So I was like, I just felt like we never saw the lesbian relationships. But I was like, the baby shower. I was like, she needs to be at the baby shower. I was like, if she's not there, it's gonna be kind of weird. For that, or maybe it just could be a girls thing. Like, I thought
but I'm telling you, the reason why Crystal is, she's a work friend. She doesn't know. I wouldn't have invited her to Autumn's. If Autumn that has never met her, I'm not inviting her to the baby shower. Just not.
We don't know that, but I hear your point. I say, but I wonder if Monica do something to Daniel to hurt Jax if she find out that Daniel is involved with Christine. Maybe Man, again, I don't know. I think Monica is a non-issue now, and again, so that's thanks. Well, this reminds me of this other thing. So they make a point of going after Alex, but again, makes no effort to hurt Monica. You know, the woman who was molesting the son and everything. Like I thought Monica would end up dead, you know, or something. And then that would make more sense, you know. Then I think I said, so Mama killed Wendy because you know she found out about some sex tapes or something, and it was to protect Ozzy. Then she finds out what Monica was doing and kills her, and then therefore she goes down for both murders. Like that I think that would be something. I was confused as to why Mama Lou left Jax at home at 5 years old and couldn't take her with her. No way I'm leaving a 5-year-old alone.
Let me tell you, that is true. I understand what you're saying, Marcus, but I will tell you that has happened. I didn't do it personally, but I do know people who have done it, and I think it comes down to your parenting. If you feel like you taught your child well enough,
don't open the door.
Not open the door or go to the door, because I had 2 latchkey kids, unfortunately. And they had to open the door at that young age by themselves, close the door, make a phone call. Mommy, I'm home. The neighbor was right there. Yes, they're home. I'm knocking on the door. They're not opening the door. I had all of that in place. And my kids were probably alone. I would say maybe about 30 minutes. They were by themselves before either I came home or my ex-husband came home. So sometimes, okay, we got to do what we got to do. Now, going to the store, no, I didn't do that. It's like, get your going to the store. But I'm not going to say that I haven't seen parents at that young age do that.
Yeah. So we don't. Yeah. We don't know the circumstances that Jax was home alone and then Daddy just showed up and almost like he got kicked out because he was like, "Hey, so Mama here?" And then like I was like, "Are you supposed to be here?" And then I was like, "That was kind of wild." So we see Chelsea in the trailer stalking outside of Jax's house. Now we also see Eddie telling her to stay away from Jax. So what does she want with Jax if she's his daughter? Even she's so again, even if she's his daughter. So again, it could be that's the one, you know what I'm saying? That's the one you've been talking about. Like, I want to meet my sister, and he's like, this ain't the time for me, you know, like maybe as we've seen in other things, he actually raised her and like and was a good dad to her. And she's like, what the so you know how to be a father. I was just too busy taking care of her instead of taking care of you once I got cleaned up. And that could be it. And she don't know how he don't know how to tell her that he got better, you know what I'm saying? And she got and that's happened before, you know, you got the father that I didn't and stuff.
Absolutely, it happens all the time.
So maybe that's what. Still, we only got 3 episodes to get this thing worked out, and we still got a murder trial that we're trying to get through. I wonder if Eddie's others is that he's going to take over Mama Lou's assets. She don't have any assets. Like Jax was taking care of her, really. I mean, you know, so for the most part, so she ain't got. And one was probably another reason why she always went from man to man, because I don't know what she even did for a living. You know, to be real.
They never say anything about her retired or anything like that. They don't say anything. So I think maybe when they wrote that character that she wasn't supposed to be as involved as I think that this episode is making it seem. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like she's a side character, like side character, right? And like so now all of a sudden, they're trying to make it more because Eddie's back, right? So they're trying to
and you leave yourself a lot of holes, because it's like, where was she doing before this? Like, what was she doing when she was with Paul? You know what I'm saying? Was she working then? Because like I said, we don't remember her retiring.
Some women do marry to be taken care of, and honestly, it all depends on the generation, because that's what women a long time ago. That's the reason you got married, not because you love somebody, because I'm leaving my daddy's house. And my daddy said, you ain't leave until you marry. Right. Exactly.
Right. It's like somebody else needs to take care of you. If you do leave your child, explain no one, not even daddy gets in. And that would have been, especially after what we saw, that would have been a fair conversation to be like, baby, I gotta go to work. I gotta go to somewhere. Do not open this door. So when dad does show up and maybe he again persuades his little girl to let him in, and she's like, oh, and that's like, oh my God, how did you get here? And that's why she ultimately had to move, because he's like, he's always gonna keep on coming back, you know, type of thing. So maybe that's what we're doing. Mama Rosie doesn't take out Wendy. I believe that Ozzy's ex Keys takes out Wendy with Alex's help. You big on this DeMarcus? All right, so we've documented your theory, and we will see. But you're like, don't sleep on the ex, and he's like, don't sleep on the doctor. Like you're big on those two characters. So and maybe
but the ex could have actually been obsessed with him, right? She could have been the one, because basically that's what they're trying to say. That's what Jax was trying to say, that you were an aggressor also. Ozzy was too, but women become obsessed with men, just like men become obsessed with women. We don't know.
Where's the obsession now? Why is she not at the house? Why is she not trying to take out Monica? Like, you would think that Monica would have saw that coming. You know what I'm saying? But this show has done crazier stuff. So, I'm not saying it's not on the table. Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. I believe Ozzy's dad, Sal, was in the video with Wendy, and maybe that's how his mom knew that she was that shit was hilarious. I thought forensics would say Wendy was pregnant, or maybe that's why. So again, you're thinking like this is an actual law show where they do stuff like forensics and DNA and like, you know, like try to look at the body and that kind of stuff. None of that matters. Like none of this matters. So magically, as Jamani has said plenty of times, don't even hurt yourself. Episode 9, they're gonna be like, Jackson's gonna be sitting up there having some wine and be like, I know who did it, and then bloop, bloop, it'll all take care of itself. But you're right. It doesn't make any kind of sense. There's no kind of. We still don't have fingerprints. We still haven't examined the murder weapon. How did the ex get the murder weapon? How did she get inside the cabin? Like, how did she know that Wendy was gonna be at the cabin? None of this is explained. Like, you got to come up with a theory to how these things rationally happen.
Wait a minute. Well, could it be the best friend of Wendy? What is her name? That's the singer, right? What's
Cash Doll. You talking about Cash Doll?
Cash Doll, right? Maybe we're sidestepping her. Maybe she could be a part of this, right? So maybe there was jealousy between those two.
So Jax did a good job of setting up that she benefited from Wendy's death. You know, when she was like, she's going over the business, and she just disappeared and no one saw it. So we could go that route. She somehow followed. Wendy called Cash Doll, and she was for some reason going to the cabin. Then Cash Doll came up there, met her at the cabin, somehow got inside. Like, I think someone suggested Nisha. So maybe she was also sleeping. I think so. I think DeMarcus somebody brought this up, that maybe she was also sleeping with Ozzy, because like how would she know about the? So she has like a personal reason too to kind of get rid of Wendy. That's on that's a possible. That's possibility.
Why is Ozzy keep having the dream that like Monica did it? Like, are they gonna all of a sudden change the face and it's gonna be Nisha? You know what I'm saying?
You don't have a dream once, but maybe he's
no,
I don't know why he's
oh wait, no, that was like I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I don't know why, because that kind of implies he was there, but we don't. If they would have, how did she die? We get she got tied up, she was here, and then he's like trying to again imagine her last moments and thinking that Monica did it and trying to think about what she would say. That would make sense. But again, as Giovanni pointed out, we had the same fake out dream sequence with Chanel. That in her mind, she's the one that killed her husband, but actually in the end it was the daughter. Hey, we gotta wrap this up so we can meet Stacy for the family business. So anything else?
No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I cried a lot. I almost cried just talking about it. I thought it was very, very well done. Thank you guys for joining the conversation. I love all the comments. It's just wonderful. So just like, comment, subscribe. Always watch to the end of the video, you guys. And we'll be back in like 5 seconds with another video.
We have to move on. All right, Kim. See you in a little bit. Oh, sorry. All right. So we got to roll. Thank you guys very much. We're going to move on to the family business, season 6, episodes 1 and 2. And then we're going to move on to The Couple Next Door, which is an outstanding show on Netflix. Will y'all check out the movie Black Girl Missing? Is that on Lifetime? Because I don't do Lifetime. If it's on Lifetime, no. Let me know if that's on Lifetime or not. Then we also one more. The Mark's got Ozzy could had an hallucination scene with Monica. Yes. Take out Wendy. Yeah, that was a could have hallucination. I think he was hallucinating, but I don't think he was there. I think that'd be too. He better not have done it. That would be too much like last season. And yeah, so Lifetime. I don't have Lifetime, so unless that stuff ends up on Tubi, no, for that, DeMarcus. But anyway, let's move on to New York City and talk about the family business. We will see you for that. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this. Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit,
Hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
What do I go there?
Oh shit! Casey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.